Oh, to think it's my first recording of the year. I haven't actually filmed this year, which is interesting, because all the previous videos have come out, or will be coming out, were all filmed last year. So, it's a new year, that means new stuff. This will be a variety video. I've got some figurines, I've got a steelbook. That's rare now, and a bunch of Blu-rays, and a snow globe, because why not? Most of these are just stuff from Amazon. I know, JB. We'll see. Let's take a look. So first up, my brother for Christmas got me the Godzilla YOUTOOZ, because they looked cool. He only got me one, but it does have the artwork for Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah on the back, and Mothra, and even the inside, because it came in a protector, which was really nice. Even the inside I really dig, because the artwork, when you slide it out, it's got the artwork basically from Shin Godzilla. It's not really the easiest to see it through there, is it? But yeah, it's got artwork for the character on the back, which is nice. Loops around, get a close-up. And yeah, it's not bad. I've got a few YOUTOOZ. I've got some Breaking Bad ones. I was wanting to collect the Better Call Saul ones. I haven't decided against it. It's just that I can't be bothered in a way. But I'll show you the figures, because I got Godzilla, the obvious one. So yeah, this is the one that you got for me. It's not the best Godzilla figure I have, but it's far from the worst. I actually kind of think this is better than most Funkos that I have for Godzilla. You know, the spine is all nice. He's a good compact size. My only probably deterrence would be how, if it's going to focus on him, you can kind of see a line there, because he's clearly been chopped into pieces, with like his arms. His arms have been attached and his head's been attached, and the tail has been attached. But, I mean, outside of that, he looks pretty nice. He's got the small eyes that they have on YOUTOOZ. You can't really tell. It is still black, but they have, like, a curvy line, like an upside down, like a frowny face, but without the dots, you know? So, you know, he's not bad. He's cute. He's got a train in his mouth. Paint job's not too bad. I did buy, however, Mothra, which I won't bother showing the box art, because it's basically it's literally the exact same artwork. Even the inside is still like the Shin Godzilla-esque poster. It's just that it's Mothra on the front cover with Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla on the back. It actually is. I'm pretty sure it has two images for Mothra on the side, like the front and side. So as if that's a standard. So each face of each box is different. So per character, but the back and the sides remain the same, which I think is a bit stupid in a way. Like, you'd think you'd rotate it around or something, but they just haven't. But Mothra, I don't have any figurines for Mothra, so I figured, hey, this one looks really nice, and I actually think it does look really nice, because I didn't bother to get Ghidorah or Mechagodzilla, because I did not like their designs. Like, I like the designs of the characters, it's just the prototypes that they showed off in the images, because they usually have a 3D image to show, which is basically, this is basically what you'll get. It looked way too plasticky, like reflective plastic. I don't like it. So I went with these two instead. Their texture works a lot better for them. Their paint jobs are really nice. So, and they're really small too. They're like hardly 4 inches, maybe 3.5. So yeah, I do believe they're still available from the YOUTOOZ site. They did have Godzilla vs. Kong ones, which I don't think any of those are still available, because they had like the Atomic Breath Godzilla, they had Godzilla and Kong fighting on the boat, Kong on his throne. I've seen a bunch of them at Minotaur, because they get them imported and sell them for a bit of an increased price. But I didn't know that they were being released until after the fact, and I didn't care to get them. I've gotten a few YOUTOOZ, but mostly just some Breaking Bad ones. I did get a snow globe. This is going to be fun to focus. It's Godzilla. It looks like it's him from not Shin Godzilla, I keep saying Shin Godzilla, like Godzilla vs. Biollante. In a way, I'm probably wrong, despite the fact that I have actually watched all of the Heisei series now, and all of the Millennium films. I haven't watched all the Showa era ones. I have the Criterion set, but I haven't watched them all. So yeah, and his hand is actually off the thing, but I do like how it's a claw, and you turn him upside down, and he kind of covers in ash, and you turn him back around, and yeah. it's not half bad. I actually was able to find a few videos on him online, which is nice. There's a few different versions. This is the one. They're all from Japan. I do have the original box still because I got this from Minotaur. It's only like $35 from Minotaur, and I could have, for like an extra $5, gotten the solar panel bobblehead version. Not obviously a snow globe, but there's a solar panel bobblehead of Godzilla. But my brother has a version of that already, and I'm like, I figured I don't have a snow globe of Godzilla, so that's kind of cool. And $5 cheaper, I'll go with a snow globe over something that someone in the same household has. So, yeah. I don't know why Noah has that Godzilla, because Mum and Dad bought it for him when they came back from Japan the first time. They didn't buy me that. I'm the Godzilla fan. They bought him the Godzilla stuff. It doesn't make any sense, but that's like a common thread in like my family, where they'll buy Noah stuff that like I will love more than he does. Like, say they bought him a Futurama set of figurines, and I was so angry at them for buying that, because I'm like, that's like my favorite show. What the fuck? Like, he doesn't even love it as much as I like. It's not even that kind of thing of like, he doesn't love it as much as I do. Give me this stuff. It's like, he genuinely preferred like other shows over it. Like, he preferred Doctor Who and stuff. Like, get him Doctor Who. Don't get him a Futurama set of fucking figurines. And so they end up getting me Dr. Zoidberg, which the only benefit is I still have Dr. Zoidberg not in mint condition. He's out of his box, whatever. I don't even have the fucking box. But, like, he's in really good condition compared to all of Noah's Futurama figures, which are all covered in blue tack. Because they gave it to, like, a 5-year-old. Or maybe 4, I don't know. He was not old enough for those toys. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, now on to the films. What did I get? I'll start off with the last one I got at the end of last year from JB Hi-Fi. I got House of the Dragon in 4K. It does have the MA sticker, but it is a slipcover. It's embossed, which is really pretty. It does weirdly have 1, then 4K, then House of the Dragon, whilst cramming in Game of the Thrones, House of the Dragon. I know it just says Game of Thrones. Artwork's not too bad on the back, still tells you your regular stuff. It is literally the exact same as the case on the inside, but of course it comes with a sleeve. I always prefer a sleeve. I don't know why they don't usually sell sleeves. I know I can be very picky about sleeves, but these are the better kind of sleeves, where you slide it out rather than O-cards or O-sleeves. I don't know what the difference between these, what the names are different. I know one's called an O-card and one's called a sleeve. I don't know. I had in my hands at the time of buying, or at the time of choosing, the 4K Steelbook and the 4K set. The Blu-ray set, this fucking thing I bought. Obviously, I went with this one, which, again, it's not bad. It's the exact same. Comes in a 4K case. You get your little, piece of plastic paper that tells you all the episodes. You get the discs. Comes with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, HDR, all that fun stuff, which is really nice because, watching this on Foxtel, oofed. Despite it being Foxtel 4K, it's like, it's really bad, but not, I don't know. It's one of those things that authentic 4K disc, which had sold out on the Christmas weekend, the Boxing Day weekend, it sold out in most stores. I was able to find it in the city just because they had a few left, but they still had the Steelbook. I debated again the Steelbook. I'm like, do I want to buy the Steelbook? Maybe flip it, maybe. I decided against it mostly because I don't have that much money right now, so I can't really afford to be buying stuff to attempt to flip, but also it's like, I actually found something better, but I also thought that I preferred the sleeve version because I like the embossing, I like the artwork on the front. The artwork on the inside and the back of the Steelbook, like the artwork on the Steelbook is just the continued dragons, and it just doesn't interest me, whereas the inside of the Steelbook was nice, but I'm like, to show that my parents are going to watch Steelbook, I don't want them to damage it, so I might as well just buy the standard, and it was $5 cheaper, and I preferred that anyway. Now we've got one. This was what I bought instead because I happened to find this, which I've been looking for a while. I haven't actually opened it up yet, which I'm going to. I decided officially I'm going to keep it. I just have to hope it's not damaged. But it is the War of the Worlds 4K Steelbook from Imprint, which I initially, when it was announced, which everyone was against this, it was $100 Australian dollars, which is a fucking lot, even for a standard Steelbook set, standard 4K Steelbook set from, say, Zavvi. Even Arrow Video go for maximum like $80, and this is again Australian dollars. And I'm like, that's fine, you know? I mean, it's still not great. Like, I bought, Wild Things? It's over there, actually. That 4K Steelbook set, because I really like the artwork on the Steelbook. It's not the best film in the world. I really did not need to buy such a set, especially at such a price, to the point of jokingly showing it to my my old lecturer, and he laughed because he was like, that was not a good use of money. I'm like, yeah, I know. I would have preferred the standard Steelbook, or like maybe just the standard 4K realistically. But yeah, I decided on getting this. I got it for $69.30 or some shit in the end. Again, better than $100. Still not perfect, but it just happened to be on the shelf. I was considering ordering it in, but I'm also like, do I want to order it in? Oh, that just came straight off. That's nice. But where's the sticky stuff? Oh, the sticky residue's on the top. I love when they do that. I might keep it on there, actually, because it does come with a J card. I do have the standard imprint Bluray, which I believe comes in the set anyway. It's not the original release, which came with the sleeve, which is my main reason why I want to get this outside of the 4K UHD. You do get a lenticular cover, which is it's fine. It doesn't really have much. Just Mars moves. Boom, boom. I know some people might comment, yes, this doesn't have the red Mars version because that was authentically how the colours were meant to represent it, despite the fact that the Criterion version has the red version of Mars. Do I particularly mind? No, I really don't. It's about Martians. They're not real anyway, so what does it matter? So yeah, that's the spine. It's very, I don't know, stock standard in a way. It's, you know, I can get this font out of Microsoft Word, but it is number 1. I don't know yet if I'm going to, because it still has the sticky stuff on the top. You've got details on the base. I don't know yet if I'm going to put this in a container, like a case, because I have a bunch of premiums as it is. It does have artwork on the back as well, which is nice. Very nice. A little bit of an alien, a human touching an alien's hand. Very, very saucy. Please tell me it's not a gloss steelbook. No, it seems like a matte finish. Ooh. How are we looking at condition-wise? Wow, that's a clean finish. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't had a steelbook for a while, so this is actually really nice. And I love matte finishes. It's got again, same artwork for the spine. Very nice. It's very simplistic, but I really kind of dig it. Like, even when I initially saw the artwork, I'm like, oh, do I really want that? But it's like, it's something different. It still has the original disc art for the Blu-ray. It doesn't for the 4K, which is very interesting. It's just that. Wow, there's actually... It looks like there's fingerprints on the inside. Interesting. It's not exactly... It's like on the opposite... It's kind of like how they've glued it on. You can't really tell. Oh, there you go. Yeah. See that? That's kind of weird. I don't know. It's definitely fingerprints. Smudgings from the inside for how they've glued it on. I can't say that the glue job looks fantastic on the spine there, so I might have to be careful with that. But, yeah. I don't know. It still looks really, really nice anyway. What is underneath the discs? It feels sturdy. I don't know, I feel like I'm more inclined to judge, given it's like Imprint's first ever 4K. And first ever steelbook. Oh, that's nice. It's actually got it does have some artwork on the inside there. That's very nice. And the artwork on the disc. But yeah, it's a curiosity of mine. I decided mostly to keep it because it's like, it still has Dolby Vision and stuff. That's pretty good. And then you got your booklet. Same artwork, just continued on the back, basically. So that's I believe that's kind of ironic. I believe that's what Mars is meant to look like, but the version that they have in the movie, in this transfer, doesn't look like that. So, that's interesting. That's like their first page advertising point. Look at that. But it does have, it's just an essay basically, which is not bad. You've got some more. Another image. Oh, this is the good stuff. So it has one essay, then it has artwork. So this is on the standard imprint Blu-ray, which you can still get. So you've got lobby cards or recreations of, which is nice. Nice. Not like some posters, otherworldly posters. I mean, other posters from other countries or other variations of. Very nice. I love this. This is worth it, I think, as an overall. Like, you get the Dolby Vision, you get this. Steelbook's really nice. The everything about it's really nice. I think most people's only complaint is the fact that the color of Mars is not the authentic color of Mars. You know, it's not red. What the fuck? But, you know, I think it's more blue, and, like, the red parts are more, like, washed out, almost brown. At least from the screenshots I've seen for people talking about it, because I wanted to know what transfer they use for this. So, I believe that's from the Criterion scan. And then in the actual image of the film, it isn't like that. I might end up watching it before I release this video, so if I do, I'll mention it in the notes up the top or whatever, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm curious, though. I do want to watch it. From Amazon, got some films I've been meaning to see for a long time, two of which were from 2022, including Bodies, 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 the Blu-ray release, because I didn't get to see it in cinemas, unfortunately. It does come with a sleeve, has the title on both ends, which is really nice. The case is, you know, pretty cheap, but I feel like they quantify a cheap Blu-ray case with a, well, okay, firstly, if you would like a digital copy of this movie, because this is an American release, there you go. There is your digital copy. I do not sell these things. I will be throwing this out. So there you go. Pause the screen and take it. It's all yours. It does come with the Blu-ray and DVD release. They are Region A locked. I think this might be it. Yeah, see, that's the kind of cheap-ass fucking case that they give. The same for another one further on. Maybe it's just cheaper for A24. They can afford it that way. I don't know. It did come in with a little crease and dent, especially along the spine, the middle of it there, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter too much. A bit of a fluster on the bottom as well. I am very interested to see this film, though, because again, I didn't get to see it in cinemas. I like my horror films. It could be fun, and I want to do a video that is a best of 2022, and I've got a few films that I'm yet to watch, including like Man and Bodies, 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 and I think the Felch one, you know, is it Fletch? Not Fletch Lives, no, the other one. Confess Fletch. I really want to watch that. So, you know, because I got for Christmas Orphan First Blood, I finally got Orphan. It is the US release, which I don't particularly mind. It still comes with all the extra stuff, because the British release doesn't stipulate whether or not it comes with any extra scenes. It's still a pretty cheap case, but it's thin, it's pretty easy to display. I like how the artwork doesn't have any labels on it for, you know, rated R or whatever. Yeah, I do know what the twist of this movie is, unfortunately. This might be an all-region disc. It doesn't actually stipulate, because it doesn't have any region characteristics. But it does come with Mama's Little Devils, Bad Seeds, and Evil Children, plus additional scenes, including a chilling alternate ending. So, yeah, I'm pretty keen to watch it. Again, I do know what the twist ending is to some degree. I'm not going to say what it is. I do want to watch this, and then First Blood. First Kill? First Kill. I can see why they didn't call it First Blood. That would be actually a lot more disturbing now that I realise it's a girl. They could have. I don't know. But they didn't, so there you go. Next up, we have one which I actually have recently watched. This has been Pearl, which comes in a very glossy cover. Very nice. I unfortunately have the British release of X, so it looks like shit in comparison. It makes me want to buy the Blu-ray version from the US, which comes in the same with a sleeve and everything, and has the X in the background of Mia Goth's character. Is it Goth or Goth? I've always said Goth. You get your standard same artwork kind of deal. Again, whoever wants this digital code, there you go. It is all yours. So, yeah. Same ordeal. Blu-ray, all that. Blu-ray DVD combo. So, there's your 2 digital codes. Go for it. I do not need them. I did actually watch this. It was the 3rd film I watched this year, because I have the Australian release of, because I watched 3,000 Years of Longing. I might be doing a video each month talking about the films I watched each month. It might come out midway throughout the next month kind of deal, but I figure that could be interesting, especially if I'm like reviewing, like if I'm looking at Blu-ray transfers I've watched, you know, what Blu-rays did I watch last month, that kind of deal. I figure that'd be kind of more interesting, because I don't think I'll be getting too many more Blu-rays in, so instead I can be catching up on, hey, here are all the Blu-rays I watched this month. I really like this. Maybe this was so forgettable I didn't bother with it. But Pearl, really fucking fun movie. I watched 3,000 Years of Longing, that was really good. Blu-ray transfers that both look really good. I did watch, because it's worth noting, Escape LA. I finally got around to watching the 4K. I hadn't watched this film since like 2020, so that was weird. But I was watching a video that mentioned that this had a really bad audio problem, and I didn't know that. So I put on the film, and it turns out it was fine. But then I was like, actually, I kind of want to watch the film again, because I haven't watched it for 2 years. I thought I watched it like in this was this year. I thought I'd watched it in 2022 or 2021 at least. I hadn't. So yeah, it was 2020 that I watched it, or it was August 2021. I'm pretty sure it was 2020. Anyway, the 4K scan looks fantastic. The Australian release has the right audio because it was released a month after the US and the UK, where they had the audio issues. So it's all good. It's still lackluster for special features, and not a great film, but you know, don't need to watch it again for a couple more years, so yeah. And lucky last two to add into my Sofia Coppola collection. I got Marie Antoinette from secondhand on eBay, so that's pretty decent, you know. I like this film. My dad has the DVD, which is the only way I've seen it last time. I like it because I really like the cast. I do like Sofia Coppola's directing for the most part. It's a very interesting film. I know some people don't like it. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like a lot of the films. I don't know why. This one, on the other hand, not a very good film. I have seen this once before. I think it was like just on TV, or maybe I watched it on Netflix or something. I didn't care. I think it was on TV, like on Foxtel one day when I was just home from uni, and I'm like, oh, sure, the Bling Ring's on, I'll just watch that. Mostly because Emma Watson is hot, so I watched it because of that, and it was fine. It's not a great film. It's probably the weakest I know of her catalogue, but it was like $3, so, you know, I'm fine with that. That's $3 Australian that I put into that, and I don't mind. But yeah. Unfortunately, my M. Night Shyamalan one has not come in yet, despite me ordering it earlier than these and being from a closer location in shipping, but it just has not arrived. And I do have an Arrow video bundle coming in. That'll probably come in the next 2 weeks, so yeah. I don't know if I'm actually going to release this video next week or the week after, just because I know, for me, this is the first week of Jan. Next week, I've got 2 videos already coming out, which might have already come out by this stage, which is my Gone with the Wind unboxing and the Ju-on the Grudge unboxings. So, yeah. But right now I'm focusing on getting through my 2022 films. I'm never very particular about making a 2022, like a best of the year kind of video or worst of the year video, because I would just rank them all in one go anyway. But it's like, I do like to have watched as many as I probably could. But most years, really hard to do. The amount of pirating that we have to do in Australia to watch half of these films is ridiculous. I've had to do that like 3 different films last year. Yeah, it was annoying. One of them was in cinemas in Australia, but it was only at like 9:30 at night, and I'm like, I couldn't drive, and I had work the next day or whatever, and I was just like, I just can't do this. I can't manage my timetable to watch a horror film at 9:30 at night. But no, Halloween Ends is on fucking 6 times a day. I'm not saying because it's a bad film. I'm saying it because it was like a horror film. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? So the only benefit of that was that Terrifier 2 was a really packed cinema. So that was fun, but nobody really appreciated it while they were watching it, which is weird. Why would you go to the one and only screening each day and then be on your phone for half the movie? Anyway, that's all for now. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch that War of the Worlds one, and I guess Bodies and Orphan. I gotta watch Orphan before I watch First Kill, so yeah. Anyway, I also did get a Star Wars Lego set. I didn't really think of showing it off. It's the display set for Dagobah. It's pretty good. It's not a bad set. Don't really care too much about it. But it's nice at least. I do like getting Lego sets. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Adios.